Hey everyone, it's Pat from Pat Dev Music, and today we're checking out the C major scale, but make sure you check out at the end because it's a movable shape, so you're actually going to be learning every single major scale that there is. Doesn't really sound that difficult, is it? So definitely stick around. Now, how we got the notes of the major scale is by following this order of tones and semitones. Tones meaning 2 frets, 1, 2, and semitones meaning 1 fret, 1, okay? And so this order is right here, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. That's how you get all these notes, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now, they're all the notes in the C major scale. If that went completely over your head, don't stress. Just head over to patdevmusic.com. There's lots of theory explained in there in detail, but you're not going to need to know any more. Just grab your guitars and let's play along, okay? So what you're going to be wanting to do is use your second finger on the 8th fret of the 6th string, that's your C note. Your pinky on the 10th fret, that's your D. Drop down and use your first finger on the 7th fret, that's your E. The F is your second finger right next to it. Then use your pinky on the 10th fret. Drop down and use your first finger for the A. Then use your third finger on the 9th fret for the B. And then your pinky right next to it on the 10th for the C. And that's it. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, and what's great about this shape is it is movable. So we're going to get to how it's going to be better for you for soloing in a second, but it's a movable shape. So it's starting on C, that's the 8th fret. But if we take all of those notes and all of the fingering positions and you just move it back a fret, then you've got a B major scale. All the same fingerings. If you move it back 2 frets to the 5th fret, then you've got A major scale. If you move it to the 3rd fret, you've got the G major scale. It's fantastic. That one scale shape is movable and you've got every major scale that there is. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, what good is it soloing over there? It's so thick and bassy. I don't know, the notes don't really ring out. It doesn't really work for me solo-wise. Hey, I agree. So this is only half the part of the story. So let's learn the other half. Last thing I will add though, is we're starting on C here, right? But that octave shape also works if you start on the 5th fret. So any note on the 5th fret, you can start that same scale shape. And it's going to work as well, which is great. So you've got any note on the 6th string, any note on the 5th string, just with that one scale shape. So let's do it one more time. Now we're going to continue from our pinky being on the 4th string, 10th fret. That's a C note. Drop down a string and use your first finger on the 7th. That's your D. On the 9th fret, the same string is your E. Pinky next to it on the 10th fret there is your F. Drop down and you want your second finger there on the 8th fret. Then you want your pinky on the 10th. So that's your A. Then you want to drop down and use your first finger on the 7th. That's your B. And your second finger right next to it for the 8th fret on the C, and that's it. Second half of the scale, starting with your pinky. Join them both together. So what you've done there is you've learnt 2 octave scales. So the first octave, then continuing from there for the second octave. And what's great is that whole pattern that you've just learnt is movable. So it's a 2 octave scale on C because we're starting on the 8th fret. Moving back to the 5th fret, it's a 2 octave scale of the A major scale. Start from the 3rd fret, so on and so on. You've just learned every major scale and it's fantastic for soloing because you've got so many different options. But well done, you've made it to the end of the video. You've learned every single major scale that there is. Well done, and in the following weeks we're going to be using those scales to solo over chords, so definitely make sure you've got them under your fingertips, guys. I've been Pat from Pat Dev Music. If any of the theory is a bit confusing, head over to patdevmusic.com. Otherwise, I'll see you all again. Bye.